Do a little workout. Why is there tape on this? If that's a freaking spider, that's gonna suck. What was that? Huh. Hope you legendary grand day. Time to see what's over here. What is this cat doing? What time is it? 3:17. I guess most people are in bed right now, except the ones with insomnia or sleep deprivation. Whew. Guess not everybody's awake right now, huh? Normally, I get someone to hop on the stream no matter when. Guess today's a little different. It's a little colder today. Less bugs out. And somehow, some way, I opened a page. Oh, this is completely brand new right here. Hold on. Okay, yeah, I get it, okay. I'm gonna sleep in these, so let's not do that. So this must be... Yo, that's a white moth. I haven't seen one of those. Check this out. Oh, yep. Look at that. I've yet to see one of those. What's going on, y'all in chat? What's popping? What's good? What's good? Whew. I'm just doing, you know. Just like you guys are doing. Except I'm just doing the way that I'm doing right now. I feel like there used to be more trees out here. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Freaking, yeah, I don't know. I'm just doing. I just decided to start streaming at 3 o'clock in the morning. At least where I'm at right now. It might not be 3 for you guys. For you guys, it could be the morning time. You guys probably have the sun. I have blackness, darkness in the skies. I have complete moon. And from this side of where I'm at, all I see are like a couple stars. There's not even a moon on this side. There's like 1, 2... My eyes adjusted to the sky more start appearing though. Where am I from? Well, come on, son. Come on, son. It's Cali. You know what it is. I'm gonna have to start freaking cutting down these trees or something. That's probably why there's no trees over here. I don't know though. I'm surprised there's no like deers or something out here. I don't really have much to do out here either. As far as like internet goes, if I start walking away from this spot, I'm gonna lose my Wi-Fi and my data and my internet and my everything. So I don't think I'm gonna do that because, yeah. But I'm here, so I'm doing what I'm doing. For those interested, I guess I got some new music coming out. Content related stuff. I got a few videos coming out, but they're gonna take some time to edit. Take some time to get it made and all that. The freak was that, bro? What the heck? Go up to my ear like that. You all gonna get exterminated. Oh, freak was that, bro? Yo, I'm about to get the freaking bug eradicator in a minute or whatever. You know that little like tank that you can hold? You spray them. And then there's this white moth that just hasn't moved. It's just sitting there. I've yet to see something like that. Is this branch in the tree broken? It's broken, but I can't pull it out. Yeah, but I got a lot of projects coming out. I hope you all have a legendary grand day. Working on music videos and stuff. You know, stuff coming up. And I'll be explaining it in a upcoming interview. But as far as like the what's it called? The other kids, was it beef or whatever he thinks is going on? What I've been trying to say is like, if we really about, like battling stuff, let's pull out the gloves. Let's start doing the real stuff. Screw the gaming stuff. I already beat him for years, so that's out of the question at this point. So I told him, well, at least. So I was like, okay. He's still talking all this trash. So I'm like, okay. How do I get this kid to shut up? How do I embarrass him where he stops all the hype he's trying to build up for himself and all this things he thinks about himself? I'm trying to see what he's really trying to do. So I pulled up a beat. I was thinking of what to do, so I just pulled up a beat and I'm like, okay, so I already beat you in gaming for years, even in content and all that. That's not even like anything that can be compared to. So I went to music, right? And I'm like, okay, so everybody knows you for your little gaming and all that. And you do that or whatever, right? So he was doing that, and I'm like, okay, so if you're better than me, let's pull off the gloves, let's get this going. So I made the roast track record. I made the record. What does he do? He releases a 30-minute video, 26 of those minutes non-stop, flapping his gums, blabbering, jabbering about stuff that has not happened. There is a dragonfly on me at this moment. or whatever. That I don't even know what that is. Nah, bro, you can't. The only thing that's on me right now is the jewelry, the drip, everything that matters right now. You feel me? Like, that's why I got this crown, because there was no competition. There was no battle to be had with that kid. So that's why I made 14 roast tracks. And I got one where he was using a fake voice in response from him, finally. And I was like, okay. Okay, so that's what you want to do, right? You don't really want to, you don't want to keep talking trash and saying you're better, but not, you say it in front of your fans. You say it, you talk in that video as if you're both talking to X Deadlies, which was an inactive channel by the time he made that video in 2022. So that was embarrassing on its own, because that channel X Deadlies I didn't even use for an entire year at that point in time. So that's obviously tweaking. But alright, I was like, okay, whatever. But if he's going to continuously talk about being better and talk about all these things, pull off the gloves. Let's get to it. I already beat you for years in Call of Duty, and you know that. That's enough. We don't have to do it in front of people again for the second time and 1v1 again just for you to delete it like you did the 2019 Call of Duty 1v1 that I beat you in, and then Razor Wire beat you in. We don't got to do that no more, because you recorded that and so did I. I deleted it though because I don't care, and so did you. So how are you better when you're deleting the things that you're saying you're better at when you lose? When it comes down to it, I wasn't around you for years, and I haven't played one competitive match. You be saying that you be doing esports and such, and doing all this stuff. So when it came down to it, and you pulled off the gloves for the Call of Duty 1v1, how come you lost using a better weapon? I was using sniper rifles like it always was for years, and you know it. FaZe Clan. And then you pulling out a marksman rifle, but then you're gonna go on 2 years later and say you're better, because you're using money to buy out your viewership. That's where it gets confusing to me, because he starts talking about all this and talking about how he is better, but he's not elaborating. He just says he's better and then stops there. Almost like he was talking all that trash, had the 1v1, recorded it, live streamed it, and then stopped there. And then deleted it. Like he's backtracking on what he's saying. So it's very much confusing me. That's where I get confused. Because it's like, choose one. You want to be my friend? Or you want to be mad? You want to be my friend and be mad? Okay, weird choice. That's what he chose. So what is it? Are we cool? Or are you mad? It's not even about like being cool or anything, right? It's not even about that at all. It's just you know, very weird to me. I was gonna do this outside. That is a very huge wow. Okay, check this out. That caught me off guard. Like, for real, look at this dude. That is the largest one I've ever seen, ever. In freaking, look at this dude. In California or Arizona. That's something else, okay. I'm gonna go in the house. And you can look at him. Look at this dude. Just sitting there. Whatever. I don't know. Well, the black cat's outside now. supposed to do something in here. You know what? I'll just pull out one of these. Or all of this stuff, in fact. And see what we finna do with these. Yeah, these stir fry things, by the way, these couple noodle stir fries, I recommend. I'm not sponsored or nothing, but they're good, man. Oh, did I did. That's not on. Oh, that might be why. That might very well be why. And technically, I'm not even using it. But if I'm going to be using it like this, I might as well, you know, do it like this. Yo, so it's like I'm chilling, vibing, relaxing, kicking back, and still am. I'm still am. No matter what, you know, people can't knock me off my hustle, no matter how hard they try. Because they don't understand it and never have, and probably never will, because they're not a CEO, they're not a, you know, chairman or nothing. They're not in a high position, so they don't understand all of this stuff. They don't understand anything farther than Call of Duty clans. When it gets out of video games, when it gets out of all those little things, that's when it gets to stuff where they don't understand. That's where it gets to stuff where it's something that's out of their understanding, out of their experience, out of all that stuff. So that's when it gets a little funny, when they start talking about all this stuff they done but never show it. You know, you would think the overconfidence would eventually, you know, pay off, and you know, I've been still waiting to this day for them to show at least one piece of evidence or proof, one piece of something to absolutely prove that they have any of that stuff, accolades, awards, anything like that. Like the kid says he won a gaming chair. Well, good for you. I have the money to pay for my own. Without 2,000 fake subscribers. And then we can look at, you know, what's on my head. But I mean, I was born with that. And then check it. See these are here. I don't know what that's doing there, but that's just a couple of them. Oh, here's one right here too. This one. I haven't even found all of them. That's just a small selection. Ow. Dang. But yeah, it's very weird to me when they talk about that type of stuff as if they know, like, everything music related, everything movie related, as if they actually spend that much time doing that type of stuff, which I already knew was false. But you know, gaming related, it's a very popular thing for certain type of audiences, and that type of audience, you know, does go around my channel and knows me on my channel for that thing and a lot of other things. But that's just one of the many things that people know me for. So, you know, I kind of expect people that have the same love for video games as much as I do to, you know, appear on my channel at least one point in time, whether they stay or not. And that's understandable. I mean, this is one of the best channels ever made. In my opinion, the best channel to ever be made. And and also the #1 most underrated channel in the history of the internet. And YouTube's not really promoting. Like, they're doing it a little bit, and I have an ad on one of my videos. One, maybe two, but no, actually two, from what I remember. The Pokemon unboxing video, and then the what's it called? My most popular one. Those two videos have advertisements on them. But that's not even a real issue because I have Legendary Grand Entertainment. And it's not like I'm saying I have Legendary Grand Entertainment to fall back on, which I do. That's not what I'm saying, but I I have it, and that's my own thing. YouTube and Google, they are their own thing. YouTube is its own thing. And to me, how I see it, I'm a little bit in partnership with YouTube because of how close of a connection it has with me. Just in general, this isn't confirmed. This isn't actually, something that me and YouTube have worked out and everything and so on and so forth. But I feel it's going to be very difficult to do that, just for a multitude of reasons. But, I mean, there's probably somehow, some way that we can figure out something, come to an agreement, come to a, to some kind of thing. But, in terms of, like, drama or beef, I got none of that. I never will have no beef. There's never going to be a single beef. No singular beef. Nothing ever related to that or anything to that level. Never. You heard me right. This is no lie. I'm for real. Absolutely for real. There's nothing like that because I just don't have a hate and bone in my body. I don't hate. I'm never emotional to that point where I've given up on myself and others and given up and are so sad and angry for multiple things and a lot of different things, and that much given up on life and everything to the point where I would feel some type of way like that. That's just not something I feel. I just don't feel that. That might be just me. That might be just something that I feel. And some people might not understand it because, again, something I feel. Everybody's different in their own way. But as myself, I don't expect everybody to understand how I feel. I don't expect everybody to understand everything that I'm saying. And that's fine. That's okay. There's no problem with that. There's nothing bad or wrong with that at all. And sometimes I can't understand people. And sometimes other people can't understand other people and how they feel and how they do. Not everybody will agree. Not everybody will disagree. That's all different. But what I'm talking about is, I want to be finished with it because there is no... He sees it as some type of rivalry or competitive competition or just something of the sort, and I don't see it that way in any shape, way, or form. Because if I've already beaten him in gaming for years, and if I already beat him in rap and music in general, if I already beat him in those, what's the next step? What is the next thing? He's gonna say that he's making a video game. So if I already beat him in video games, why make a video game and to compete with? That's not how I see it. There's nothing else for me to do in that situation because all he does is video games. That's everything he knows about. Literally. I only showed him YouTube, right? And what I do, And then I gave him a couple tips and tricks on both YouTube and Call of Duty. And then the kid thinks he knows every little detail there is to know now because he's meeting new people. You know the difference with me? If we were to take both if we no, if we were to take all the people that taught us things and we only had what we learned, like me and him, what we learned from YouTube, what we learned from just ourselves and our own experiences, I have decades of experience more than he does. I have years of experience, months, weeks, more, countless hours spent on YouTube and the internet in general compared to his only being there for the money. So if we're gonna do this, comparison thing, if we're gonna talk about numbers, if we're gonna talk about, battling in general, there is no comparison with me and Joshua. And that is just the truth. That is just the truth, whether you like it or not. That is the absolute truth. And that's that. I don't feel any type of way toward anybody. I don't hate anybody. I don't hate him. I don't hate anybody. In general. So or nothing negative in general. Nothing negative at all. I'm doing my own thing and I expect others in that group to do their own thing. And if they continue to not leave me alone, that's their choice that they're doing. I can't force everybody to do everything. I'm just going to say what I say for this. I'm not talking to them and I'm not telling them to stop. I'm not telling anybody anything. I'm not going to force anybody to do anything. I'm not going to try to change anybody's mind. But I'm doing what I'm doing. Simple as that. And for that situation, after this last roast track, that's done. That whole thing's done. I'm done with it. There's no more comparisons. I talk about it in my next interview and probably the one before that. I think that was last month. I was going to say in the same month, but not technically no. But I don't know. I mean, it could have been in a span of a month, though, because I'm going to do this one, and then there's one that I did a while ago, and I remember it because the setup was right behind me, because I was using JJ Orange's TV. But I am done with the whole thing, and then I'll talk about it for a little bit, but that is the last time that I talk about it like that. That is the last time that I get into it, in terms of stuff like that. And that is just the last time for all of that in general. There's no roast tracks after that. There's no 1v1s after that. I've already beat this overweight kid that plays too much games and is terminally online. That's been talking trash. I've already beat Joshua for years, and I beat both of them and other people, music/rap related, and what's it called, content related, and gaming related. There's no comparison at that point. So at this point, it's just, arrogant, irrational, illiterate, um, random people that have, kind of a learning deficiency or something of some sort, that act like children and immature, that need to get their life together. Because they can't be vaping, have a child that's gonna have messed up lungs, and then tell me that I need to work on my life and there's stuff that I need to do in life. Your child is now gonna have lung problems because you decided to vape. For what reason? At that point, I just get out of therapy and just go to the vape, because your vape's the therapy. That's that. And you cannot say that for me for drinking. I only drink for celebratory reasons. When I drink, that's what I used to call a legendary occasion, but it's a legendary grand occasion, and that is a very fact. Um, if you don't understand what that means, it's kind of self-explanatory, but um, it's like during like birthdays or weddings or um, I can't really say funerals because people might misunderstand that and misconceive that as like celebrating someone's death, but not really. It's not celebrating it. It's like, oh, rest in peace. This one's for the homie type of thing. Um, but celebrating, um, if that was the case, celebrating their passing, it's more of, if they were there celebrating, um, celebrate with them, and they're celebrating with us. I guess you could say even spiritually, but like that, or just, and it's like celebrating their passing, but in a positive way, nothing negative about it. But it sounds negative. But for a lack of a better term, and because that's the best way I can explain it right now. That's just how that would be, but that's just for that whole situation. But in general, Legendary Grand Entertainment and me are a freaking powerhouse when put together. Anybody else and Legendary Grand Entertainment, really good, right? Really good. But it'll never be the Homie Zach 710, ZXI, ZX Infinite, freaking, and Legendary Grand Entertainment. There's nothing that can compare to that level. That is the best it gets overall in every aspect of it, and everywhere, in everything, in every way. Um, I don't have to say this part, because it's self-explanatory. And if you think it's negative by me saying this, saying without saying this, if you think it's negative, then I don't know why you would think that. But um, with respect to everybody that does stuff for Legendary Grand Entertainment in the future, um, but I mean, like, truth be told, there wouldn't be Legendary Grand Entertainment if it weren't for me. So you know, um, yeah. So just to recap and summarize things right quick, um, it's just I'm done with that because I've already won. Before it even started. Um, but like if people wanted to see a battle, there's the battle. He deleted his point of view in the Modern Warfare 2019 1v1, um, which was probably best because he wants his image to be squeaky clean. So a loss would hurt everything and hurt everything he said and hurt everything he's been saying to random people that don't know me. Um, that he'll continue to say when we never been friends in the first place. So, um, it is. I know I already made a video, saying the positive stuff and the positive one video that's really the video that if people want to hear anything from me about this whole little situation, then that will be the video that I'd recommend, and this one. Um, but this I'm not trying to be negative. This isn't negative. It still isn't. And everything that I talk about when I talk about him, it's not negative. Critiquing is what it would be. Um, Not even anything close to negative at all. Um, but yeah, and if people wanted to see, the beef or whatever they want to call it, or anything that's like drama or anything, any word like that, the best they're gonna get is that 14 tracks, and then there's probably 14 more where drop a bar or two completely roasting him with just like one or two bars, and that's that. Anything that's after my 14th album, whatever one that was called, I think it was the LGE Shepherd. Anything from Nothing to Lose, Nothing to Prove, my 15th album, from then on, when that releases, um, after Back to the Basics, like there's no gonna be no mention of him whatsoever. Like that's how much done I am. Video related, I mean, there's probably stuff that people want to know, and I don't want to sound like a broken record and keep repeating myself and keep saying the same things. Um, but I'm gonna try to avoid talking about that because it really is just not important. It really is just unprofessional and a situation that no one really needs to know about because it doesn't matter to anybody except him and that little group. Really, just him. Um, but yeah, nothing, no hard feelings. It's not even nothing emotional at all. Nothing, no bond was made, no friendship was made. So I didn't have to move on from the situation. So they be saying move on or whatever, and all this other stuff, but there's nothing to really move on from. I didn't feel like he was my homie. I didn't feel like he was my brother. I didn't feel like he was my friend because he wasn't. And you know, it's very obvious and clear at this point that he doesn't want to be that. So, also at the same time, while complimenting me and being positive about it, he's also being mostly negative. So I don't know what the kid wants, but he's not gonna get anything um out of the whole thing. But he can continue with it all he wants. He can put it in his game. He can put it in everything he does. I mean, no matter what he will, as long as he has that name Hawk. Because it's a clone version of AlphaShadowHawk, the gamer tag that I made. Um, he's just not he's not real. Basically, he's like a AI bot. All the stuff that he buys and all those bots that he buys in his viewerships, commenting, that's himself commenting, and all that stuff. He's basically that because he still has yet to prove that gamer tag he made. He doesn't even know where the origin of that is. He doesn't even know where he got it from. He just says that that's his name and that's that. It's like I made a robot, like not like Iron Man made Ultron, but like in general, just like I'm so intellectual that I made this little robot thing, but it be excuse me, dang, that was just anyway. It became something where it became like Rogue, but it's like how so like let's say Ultron, right, had Stark Industries on the side, or just in general, we're talking about Marvel right now, which is basically Tony Stark, which that person is Iron Man. Tony Stark's Iron Man. So let's say Iron Man made this bot and it says Stark Industries. No matter how much he paints over it, no matter how much he covers it, no matter how much he changes the name on it, no matter how much anything was changed, no matter what, even that bot knows it. I made him. Iron Man knows that he made Ultron. But Joshua will never be Ultron. He'll never be nothing like that. No matter how much money he makes or whatever he thinks he does, it'll never be nothing like that's just giving him too much to his ego that's already, you know, very inflated and very freaking, narcissistic. But again, like I'm done with this thing after the stream. So, um well, I mean in that video that I upload soon, that's the last time I talk about it um for real. But I'm just very very tired um of just the situation as a whole still continuing to this day. Um, but I mean, like, I don't know. It's just it is what it is. But I know that he'll have all the effort and dedication and never be tired of it. So that's him. That's what he does. But if he ever changes his mind and wants to be friends, we can easily do that. Every day's a new day. And that goes for that little group of gamers too. Every day's a new day. We can, you know, reconcile things if that's what you choose to do. If not, there's millions and billions of other people in the world than one person that you weren't even friends with. And so that's what I got to say to Joshua is there's so many other people in the world. So you either are going to be friends with me, and we knew each other for over a decade, and we knew each other for a long time. So if you choose to not be friends, that's what you're choosing to do. I really don't care. I never cared. But the kid doesn't really understand that. You know, he stresses about it all the time. But there's so many more people in the world. So, you know, I'd say choose those people as friends instead of me. I don't really care. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to talk about that, not really even address that because there's stuff that people already know. It's very obvious to smart people and very straightforward. Um, so make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that. I'm gonna rename the stream. Um, because at this point, you know, if I want people to watch this, so I'm gonna rename it so people can have eyes on it, and then the people that should see it will see it, and then you know the LG audience will see it. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. Thank y'all for watching. Um, don't ask me about this no more. Like that's it. I'm not talking about this no more. That's that. I'm gonna go kick back now and finish some projects that I've been working on, and I'm gonna have a good time. Hopefully y'all do too. Um, and yeah, thanks everybody for being you. Okay, nothing was added. Okay, just want to make sure. Take care, everybody. Have a legendary grand day.